Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Scouting. We are here on Steps. I'm in my WZ131. It's a 43%er, and it's a Tier 10 game. Lots of very good Tier 10s, experienced players on the enemy team, lots of Tier 9s, and quite a few Tier 8s. So it's going to be a pretty difficult game, for more reasons than just it being a Tier 10 game. And it's amazing how many players I'm coming across these days that don't enjoy or don't like playing Scouts. And to be honest, I see their point and I don't blame them. Scouts have definitely become less fun over the last 4 or 5 patches. And the reason isn't just the fact that a lot of the Tier 5 Scouts have been nerfed to death or have been removed from the game completely. There are higher tier Scouts, there are Tier 6, Tier 7, and even Tier 8 light tanks which have been added to the game. But those tanks are still struggling a little bit, and the main reason for that is Scouts rely on their view range to, well, scout. And a lot of the more modern tanks that have been added to the higher tiers, a lot of Tier 8s, a lot of Tier 9s, a lot of Tier 10s have absolutely amazing view range. In fact, a lot of Tier 10s have view range that is better than the best Scouts. So how do you combat this? Well, if the tanks you're trying to spot have view range that is better than yours, you've got to rely on your skills, you've got to rely on your equipment. You absolutely have to use binocs or coated optics on your Scouts, but this video is all about Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is the #1 skill I get on my commander on every single Scout. In fact, because I don't pay gold to transfer skill points, I put Sixth Sense on the commander as soon as I get the commander to 100%. So that it is the first skill I achieve. Then I put Camo Rating as the first skill on every other crew member. Full Camo Crew is an absolute must on every single Scout, but even more so, Sixth Sense on the commander. Now, in this day and age, and I do know that Wargaming are planning to rework Scouts. I hope Wargaming mean by reworking, they don't mean reworking them like they did when they tore the Tier 5 Scouts apart. But I'm optimistic. I'm hoping that Scouts are going to play a bigger role in future patches like Wargaming have promised. But when you're up against Tier 10s or tanks that have view range that is equivalent or better than yours, you really do have to rely on your Sixth Sense. This game is a perfect example. As I say, it's a Tier 10 game, it's a 43%er, it's a big open map, so I'm going to get spotted from pretty much across the entire map. I'm going to have to rely on my Camo Rating, I'm going to have to rely on my Sixth Sense, and that's what we do. Here we go. So it's a standard battle, and I am going to be pushing down the 9-0 lines, because the enemy have a Batchat, an E50M, and that's pretty much where they're going. So I want to try and intercept them, and possibly the T-71 as well. So, being a Scout, I'm first in line. I'm going to advance, I'm going to sit, and I'm going to get spots. But there we go! Batchat has just been spotted, my Sixth Sense went off, so rather than sitting and waiting for spots, I have to pull back immediately. T-71 has been spotted in the middle, so I wait till I drop off radar. And now the Batchat actually spotted me before I spotted him. So there we go. Again, I spotted T-57 Heavy, but he's already aiming for me. So he spots me, I spot him. And this is what Scouts now have to put up with in Tier 10 games, especially on maps where there are very few passive scouting positions. So again, I've advanced, I haven't been spotted. Oh, I have been spotted. I hang around to take a shot, get set the IS-8 on fire, but immediately pull back. So I'm pulling back the moment I've taken that shot. And again, I'm constantly being spotted, so I'm relocating. I have a T-57 Heavy that's just moved up, along with a T-32 and an E-50M. So their view range is as good as mine. They're going to be getting spots. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of spotting damage or even assistance damage in this game. I've had to change my role into a damage dealer, and I'm basically going to try and be a pain in the ass. So again, I have not been spotted. Oh, there we go. Batchat's just spotted me, and immediately I pull back. So again, I'm relocating. Thankfully, there's no RT on the enemy team. So I started to relocate to deal with the enemies in the center of the map. There's an enemy T-71 over here somewhere. And I'm kind of looking for gaps in the enemy line. And I noticed there's an IS-3 and an E-5 being held up by an enemy IS-3. So again, I'm going to pop up, see if I can get some spots. There's a Waffentrager. We get one shot into him, even though our shot went slightly to the left. I get spotted, and I pull back straight away. IS-3 is ahead of me, and he's on low health. So I stay off, though. I tried to stay off the radar as long as I could so I wouldn't be spotted. Enemy T-71 is dead. The enemy IS-3 is dead. And now there's an E-50M who is sitting isolated in the middle. I'm using this bush in the middle of the map to try and get some spots. But there you go. Enemy tank's view range is just as good as mine. E-50M is able to spot me. He's on half health. He's advancing on the E-5 and the IS-3. So I want to help these guys. E-50M's reload is faster than the E-5, so I've got to go distract him. Got to take the risk. So thankfully, move in, track him. His turret traverse is very, very good. He managed to get a shot into me. But there we go. Pop up, take my opportunity, kill the E-50M, relieve the pressure in the middle of the map. I've dropped off radar again, so I'm just going to advance. I know there's a Waffentrager E-100 up here, so I don't want to charge straight down. Very good FV-183 driver over here, so I'm anxious to get a shot or two, but no joy. I haven't been spotted, so I can move forward. Oh, never mind. Batchat in the open. He unfortunately spotted me, so again, relying on my sixth sense, have to pull back. Waffentrager E-100 is now being spotted. He's relocated. So, obviously, being one of my replays, I've got to run into an object somewhere, so that was it. So again, I'm advancing. I know there's a Borsig down here. I know there's a 183 down here. And there's an E-100. But I'm just going to act as a distraction. Okay, he must be on a reload. He's running for it. So we're going to take our time. Pull back just in case there's a Borsig down there. But no return fire. Get one more shot in. And the E-100 is now in cover. It's still going to take 3 shots from me to kill him. So I've got a choice. I can hunt down the E-100, who may have reloaded by now, or I can deal with the tanks in front of me. I choose to deal with the tanks in front of me. E-100 dies anyway. Oh, get spotted, pull back into cover. You absolutely have to have sixth sense. Pop out. Put a shot into the very dangerous 183. I'm not spotted, so I hang around. Oh, maybe I am spotted. And unfortunately, I never dropped off radar. ST1 had me in view the entire time. Puts a big shot into me for 417 damage. But I'm still going to be a pain in the ass. So again, move location. I've been spotted again. Going to try and distract the Borsig. Miss my kill shot on the move. Borsig gets rammed to death. And now it's just the ST1. Do I get some small measure of revenge? Can I put another shot in? Yes, I can. So I'll just keep going. I'm distracting him. He's turning his turret to deal with me. And now he's been tracked and dies before I can do any more damage. So I think you'll agree, not a heck of a lot of scouting there, but I didn't have much choice. I had to rely on my camo rating, especially my camo rating on the move, but more importantly, I had to rely on my Sixth Sense. I have no idea how many times Sixth Sense actually activated in that game, but it must have saved my life at least 6 or 7 times. Sixth Sense is an absolute must on your scouts. And there we have it. That was victory in a 43%er on steps as a scout in a tier 10 game. And again, what replays is broken, but you'll see that I came first. 1169 in a tier 10 game, even though I didn't do that much scouting. I did do 2063 damage and 1 kill. I fired 11 shots, 8 hits, 8 penetrations, 2063 damage. I detected a whole 1 tank. That's it, guys, just 1 tank. So I was not scouting in that game. However, I damaged 5, destroyed 1, and I didn't even do much damage upon detecting. 351 is pretty poor in any scout, pretty much at any level. 351 spotting damage would be a disappointment at tier 2, but it was not a scout game. It was a game in a scout, but I did absolutely no scouting there. I was damage dealing. I was being a pain in the ass. I was distracting enemy tanks so that friendly tanks could get shots on them, and pretty much relying on one skill and one skill only, and that was Sixth Sense to keep me alive. I earned almost 28,000 credits after costs, 1753 XP with a premium account times 2, 350 XP bonus thrown in, which left me on 3,856. So there you go. Sixth Sense, if you don't have it on your scouts, you absolutely need to get it. You are not going to be successful or as successful in a scout until you have that one skill above all others. Well, you've heard of one ring to rule them all. Sixth Sense is the one skill to rule them all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.